Well, good evening, all my little Pokemons. Mewtwo here with you today, feeling rather festive. Something a little bit red satin and covered in white fur trim, so, gotta do the thing. Christmassy, and especially around this particular topic. So, a couple weeks ago, Thursday night, just got off. I'd been off work for 2 hours. Autumn just got off work. And he's messaging back and forth with some people on his computer, as you do. And right around 8 o'clock on the money, says, "Hey, want to go to MFF?" I say, "What?" "Yeah, friend there, pouch." She says she has a room, she has 2 beds in it, and she's all by herself. And I just stopped and thought, huh. Well, it's Thursday night. I have to work Friday still. But you're off tomorrow and off Saturday and Sunday, so I'm off Saturday and Sunday, so, I haven't done one of these adventure cons since I was in my mid-20s, and that seemed like a fun idea. So, yeah, I accepted the challenge with what I could, and tilt that more. That's better. I felt like I was missing screen. So, it's 8 o'clock at night. I have to be in bed by midnight to get up for work the next day. So, immediately, my first thought was, I do not have time to shower again tomorrow after work. So I went up, I took a shower, shaved, made myself look pretty. Came downstairs, packed up Mewtwo, packed some clothes, got everything basically sorted because my plan was I get off work at 6 o'clock. It's a 3.5-hour drive to the hotel. This means I would get at the MFF hotel at about 9 o'clock Central Time. I live just on the other side of the Central / Eastern time zone border. We cross it near the end of Indiana. So, yes, this all worked out pretty well timing-wise. No, we didn't actually get to do anything at the convention Friday night, but we got there in plenty of time to get some dinner in our faces and relax, get a night's sleep, and be ready to do things on Saturday. Packing and preparing for a convention for me normally is a multi-week experience. I actually do look into things before the convention actually happens. I'm often looking at the distances between the headless lounges, looking at the shortest routes to where I want to be, the nearest foods. Basically, plot everything out, figure things out. Test packing the car a couple of times before we go to make sure we get everything in safely and that we can do it safely on the way back when we're in more of a rush. Going out and buying snack foods and drinks and things to have at the hotel room, because hotels charge exorbitant amounts for a little 20-ounce bottle of soda, whereas you could have brought a couple of 12 packs of cans for next to nothing. So, it's a game. But since I had all of 4 hours before midnight, I did what I could. I got Mewtwo packed. I got my clothes all lined up. I got the luggage, the suitcase for our clothes sitting down so Autumn could do all his stuff. And then I went to work. I spent I actually did during work. During any of my downtime, I was looking at maps of the MFF area, reading over the rules, reading over anything about vaccine stuff and masks and what you had to do and didn't have to do, and got as much in me as I could. I tried my best to figure out what I could. But seeing as how, one, we're in one of the auxiliary hotels, so we were a mile, 1.1 mile away via shuttle from the convention. So that added an extra layer of fun. But then I have the hotel that the main convention stuff happens in. That's got all sorts of maps, many levels of maps. And then there's a convention center section, which is connected by a sky bridge, which had several more maps. And now they're not all attached on the website. So you just have, these are floors of the hotel. These are floors of the convention center. It does not really give you scale to some of this stuff or what you're really going to be looking at. It's ovals and squares and things. And so, having never been to this particular hotel before, I had no idea what to expect other than some of these shapes might be there. And these were the couple of buildings I'm going to be interacting with. To be fair, I have gone to 2 different MFFs before. 2005, and I think the other one was 2008. Pretty sure on that. And, well, they were both in different hotels in this one, and they weren't even in the same hotel as each other. So, that's a thing. So I've been at 3 different MFFs and 3 different hotels, so awesome. Now, work went by without a hitch on Friday. Not really, this was work. Made sure to have everything I could on my brakes, put into the car, ready to go, ready to just simply drive out of the house as soon as I got out of the door, off of the clock. And, pretty close. We were a few minutes after because of some last minute peas and things, but more or less, we got out the door just after 6. Travel there was mostly pretty low stress. Until we were getting right almost up there. Apparently, it rerouted me in through Chicago, and I was on some stuff where it's like, you need to get in the far left lane. All of a sudden, there are like 7 lanes. You need to be in the far right lane. You just told me to get in the far left lane. Food you. And this isn't like, slow or empty. This is lots of cars all going 60, 70 miles an hour, and I need to get from here to her across all them people, and almost nothing. I did it. And after some circling around the block at the location, because we actually, again, never been here before. We didn't know what building we were looking for. We're just following Google Maps. I even pulled in the wrong place. I was like, I'm just going to keep going. I'm going to find a place to turn around up here. All of a sudden, I was like, wait a minute. It says you're there now. I am there now, but I wasn't there now. Make a right. Okay, make a right. I'm at the front door. Yay, we made it to the hotel. At least the hotel we're staying at. Not the hotel the event happens at, but, step 1. So we got there. Pouch was very helpful in getting us into the hotel. I started to refer to day 1 as parking garage con because I went to the parking garage, parked the car, came back out. Got handed a ticket to put on the car, went back up to the car, put it on the car's dashboard, came back out. And now we finally get to the room. Pouch orders us some deep dish pizza, which, that was really good. And we just relaxed for night one there. It was due to the extra traffic zone and one potty stop, a little delay. It was right on about 9 o'clock when we got there, and to say the least, after having driven for about 4 hours after working a full 8-hour shift, I was mentally and physically spent. So we just kind of relaxed for that night, chatted between the three of us, and then got a good night's sleep. And then the real adventure started Saturday morning. Got up, got ourselves situated, and headed out of our hotel to get into the shuttle bus, which apparently comes about every 15 minutes. Got on the shuttle bus, rode it over to the other Hyatt. We went from Hyatt to Hyatt. We're at the other Hyatt, not the Hyatt that the Hyatt hang on. And that even more confused anyone. You had to tell where you were. I'm at the Hyatt, but not the Hyatt you think. Oh, you mean the DoubleTree? No. You mean the Hilton? No. I'm at the other Hyatt. There is one of those? Yes. There's a lot of hotels in that area that are associated with this convention. So we made our way over to the other Hyatt. And because we literally don't know where anything is, I couldn't find on the maps where registration was supposed to end up at, or the vaccination check, or any of that stuff. So I just found a random person, a furry, that was sitting there eating at the hotel cafe. I said, "Could you at least tell us which direction to go to get to registration? We just got here." And he was very nice. I don't remember his name, but he did tell us go up the escalator and go across the sky bridge, and you'll be at the convention center. Okay, got it. Shortly thereafter, just before we were hitting the escalators, Wild found us, and so we got to see Wild Fox, and he was happy to see us. He was surprised, and so were we. He again reiterated how to get towards where we needed to go. We meandered up there and started our trek across the Sky Bridge, or as we want to call it, the Sauna Mile. Now, I've been to Anthrocon more than a few times. I expected a sky bridge just similar to that, maybe. Just a single walkway across the road, and you're in the other building. That was what I was expecting. Oh no. Alright, get in the sky bridge. Walk. There's a nice long one. Okay, oh, this is not bad. Okay. Alright, and it ends up, and there's a T. What? But I just did the sky bridge. Okay. That way goes to the parking garage, and that way goes to convention center. Okay. We'll go this way. Alright, I guess it's 2 chunks of sky bridge. Another nice long chunk. Like, whew, boy, these 2 hunks of sky bridge are the long ways. And then I made a left-hand turn. It didn't end that way either. And as I refer to this as the sauna, it's not an exaggeration. They had heaters like every 10 feet. Nice big honking radiator things. And they were pumping the hot out. I'm like, this is a busy hallway full of furries, many of which are in fursuit. And or at least in warm garb because they were outside and they didn't have like a coat check girl at the entrance to the hotel. So y'all wear whatever you wore outside and not die on the way to this place. So, several lines of sauna later. It felt like it kept going forever. We ended up at the convention center. Yay! And the first thing we see is the dealer's room. Obviously, we don't have our badges yet. We can't go in. But, big secret, there's a con staff person there. who can't move who can answer our question. Excuse me, kind sir. Which way is the registration and the vaccine check and all that fun hoobly-hoo? And he was very kind and said, oh, that's actually easy. You're almost there. Turn around and go down that escalator behind you, and you'll be right at the vaccine station. Awesome. All right. So that was actually really easy. It literally was. The sky bridge ended, and that was the room where that set escalators was that I was about to go down. It was just like a set of double doors on each side that led to another small atrium where the entrance to the dealer's room was. So we were like steps away from going back downstairs. And we made it downstairs. There was what looked like a rather long line for a vaccination check, which you had to do before you could even go in towards the registration room. This convention required you to be fully vaccinated before showing up, and required you to wear a mask. So, double layer mask, even not just single layer, double layer mask. So it did go by pretty quickly. We were fairly quickly zigzagging up and back towards the stand. And on our way back, a guy was coming by with a QR code on a sign saying, go in here and actually do the registration part, so you can just walk in and pick up your badge on the other end. Really? That works? All right, phone's up. Boop. Scan the thing. Filled out all the registration hooply-hoop. Hit submit. I failed the first time. Tried again. Found out I was missing a special character in my password. Silly me. I was missing a special character. Had to fill the whole thing out a second time. But got that all sorted on the way up to Vax Check. Even paid for our convention tickies, whatever. And Vax Check was really easy. And on our Vax card, showed the two stickers that Kroger put on there. They gave us the little water park, amusement park wristband. You know, those the ones that amusement parks at least used to always use. The can get wet kind of paper wristband thingies. And it just said vaccinated on it. And then that proceeded us to the actual registration zone, where, since we're already registered now, we are technically part of pre-registration. Go figure. That actually works. Nice big, very unadorned, utilitarian-looking room. Walk up to the line section. Let us in. All right, now and we're another line. But it was kind of short, so it's not bad. Some people didn't use the QR code thing, so they're over in another section using kiosks to register themselves. But that zigzag went by pretty quick because there was a lot of people on the other end of it taking you and scanning you in and saying, yep, you exist. Here's your badge. Have fun. Okay, I get to have fun now. Yay! And so far, so good. What do I think? Very important thing to remember. I don't normally eat breakfast on any given day. By the time I even eat on a weekend day, it's usually noonish, no matter how early I get up. Yes, oftentimes it's breakfast food, like pancakes and eggs on the weekend. But generally, workday, I get up at 8 a.m. I don't eat food till 1. Weekends, I get up whenever and eat about noon. This is Saturday. Last thing I had was pizza, which lactose intolerant, so this was not necessarily a stable food. I'm not complaining about it. I really enjoyed it, mind you. And I survived it. But we are now at T minus. It's coming up on noon o'clock. I have not had food yet. This was dumb. This is not a mistake I intend to make again at a convention like this. Because as we exited the registration room, we're like, you know what? We're here physically. We have our badges. The dealer's room is literally right there. We know that because that's what we found first. Let's just go walk around the dealer's room first. Oh boy. Now, as an avid Anthrocon goer, I could tell you it's a little smaller than what their dealer's room normally is. I'm not complaining. It meant it was a little bit of a shorter run. And that doesn't necessarily mean quality over quantity. I can't say it was, I like every vendor at Anthrocon. I can't say I liked every vendor here at MFF. But it was a little smaller. So that was not a bad thing. We initially were intending to not buy anything on the first pass, but we did. A few things ended up in our arms as we're walking around. Again, I have not had food yet. My legs are actually starting to feel a little shaky, which is not a good sign. So we managed to go through the dealer's room. We ran into a couple of people. Saw a lot of neat things. And I got a really cool Renamon print. It's a 11 by 17 inch, and it's framed. It's sitting in front of me, and it looks lovely. Here. Since it is the biggest thing I got. This one. It cannot be reflective. I'll fix the other thing I knocked over in a minute. Once we're done on here. Go back there, Rena. You didn't hang up anyway. I unadjusted myself. Go me. So we finished that. Made it back to the hotel room, and actually our first intention was we made it back to the main hotel, and we're like, I need food. I need food or something. And I got up like Google Maps, and I was looking, where's food? Well, there was a restaurant inside the hotel that was charging like $25 for a hamburger and a salad. What? I ain't paying $25 for a hamburger I don't know and a salad I don't want. So I was like, alright, what else on the map? Nothing. I was like, okay, let's just go back to our hotel, reconnoiter, figure this out. So we got in the shuttle bus, zooped back to the hotel, and I was like, okay, how did Pouch make pizza last night? DoorDash. Okay, we're going to try this. I got it installed on my phone. I looked up stuff around there, and I found there's a whole lot of food that will be willing to deliver. Nothing you could actually walk to, mind you, but there was stuff that'll come to you. So I'm like, okay, let's do this. And I was like, okay, I want to find something simple that I can't screw up. So we start with Popeyes. Autumn had not had the spicy chicken sandwich, and that's something that would entice him. So we got him a spicy chicken sandwich. I got me a 3-piece chicken strip dinner because I don't have to ask for anything to not be on it. And that made life easier. and a couple of large fountain drinks because we knew we were in a hotel, and I didn't want to have to pay hotel drink prices if I could avoid it. All right. It got ordered, and I got there actually in a pretty reasonable time. And after sitting around for a few moments, I felt a lot better. After I got food in my face, way better. I was just burning a lot of energy and had not taken in anything. No sugar, no caffeine, no protein. Not smart. All right. Well, we got food in us. We got sugar and caffeine and stuff in us. Okay, we're somewhere. We're with this. Let's be stupid. Yep. We put on fursuits. That was our first mistake. Okay, so I put on Mewtwo, natural style, no costume or anything on him. And Autumn put on his saber-toothed Damani, which is a partial, and a red panda Kigu. So saber-tooth, kind of brown with dark brown on it. The red panda Kigu, mostly dark brown and dark reds and stuff. It's very pretty, mind you. It's beautiful. I'm just giving you the lowdown. So, me and my giant butt of a Mewtwo gets down to the where the shuttle bus is. Autumn wearing his cute little Kigu, nice and comfy. We get on the shuttle bus. I manage to squeeze my stupid big fat butt into 2 seats. And I sit in an awkward position as we drive to the other hotel. Cool. We get there. And now we're in fursuit. We've been to this part of the convention once before, so we have some idea of what these rooms look like. Just these rooms. Only these rooms. And a hallway of doom that leads to a dealer's room. So we decided to stay at the hotel. Which was dark as all butts and crowded. We see maybe a couple of people we know, either in fursuit or out of fursuit, most of which were kind of busy on their own and didn't have really much time to deal with us, so kind of felt a little lonely. I got a couple of times stopped for pictures, not too many even. And Autumn was getting no attention. This was a bit of a cacophony of what all was going on. One, no one was expecting us. Two, it was dark. Three, he was wearing something that was also very dark. We didn't know, we weren't expecting this. So, like, literally, no one was noticing. He was out there to be noticed, and no one was seeing it. It sucked. It was, I don't care who you are. If you're a fursuiter and you're out there and no one pays attention, it is butt. I've had it happen. It is not fun for you. So he was obviously bored and unhappy, so he went back to the hotel. He said, no, you stay. You have a little more fun. You're still doing good. Some people are recognizing you. Some people are running photos. Have fun. I'll be back to the hotel room. So I hung out some more, ran a few more people that noticed me, wanted some pictures, which was cool. Ran to apparently a 5-pack of Lucaris that wanted a photo with me. They got several photos with me, and I have found absolutely none of those. I was like, those will be cool photos. I'm looking forward to finding those. Most of you are in the Pokemon First Series group, so someone's bound to post these if you get them. Nope. Nope. Not a single one. You have not found one yet. So, after a little bit, I start to realize my head's starting to sweat. And because the mask rules, I'm wearing a mask underneath it. I'm not wearing one in this video right now. I was there wearing a mask. And because this is sweaty, this is now sweaty. And it's starting to bother. Not itchy or anything, but a wet face mask does not let as much air through. Already a fursuit may or may not, depending on the suit, have great airflow. I have definitely found limits on several of my suits as to what kind of extra things I can put around the neck area or near the face that may or may not cause any air blockage. This was new territory. I had not taken time to practice wearing a mask inside a fursuit. Besides, okay, fun fact, when you have something that's on your ears with little straps, and you're pulling a really tight balaclava object on top of that, there's a good chance not only you're going to pop them off your ear straps, you're going to slide the thing down off your nose. It is not going to necessarily be a good time on your first attempt. But I got okay at doing that part. The problem, though, the whole sweating thing. Now, if I'm in Mewtwo and I don't have someone with me, I cannot take myself off because I cannot put myself back on. The snaps on the chest plate, I need someone to snap those after I get in. I can do the rest. I can zip myself up, I can get my head in, my arms in, everything, but I cannot snap the chest plate on. Which in hindsight, I probably could have just asked some random to do that for me. But also, didn't know where the headless lounges were yet. So I was just like, okay, I'm tired. I'm going to head back to the hotel. I'm not getting much fun either. I'm lonely without Autumn. I don't have at least someone to talk to. So, I head out to where the shuttle bus comes. It's supposed to come every 15 minutes. Waiting. Apparently I end up standing around other people that are also waiting for it. And one comes. Yay! We go up to it. People come out. We start getting in. The guy kicks out. Like, no, I'm on break now. You guys get out. Okay. So we all got on the bus. And he left. Okay, well, we already had waited about 15 minutes for that one to come. How long are we going to... Another 15 minutes or so. Another bus comes around. People get out. We go to get in. No. I'm on break after this. You can't get in here. But that's what the last guy said. Another bus will be around in 10 minutes. He was lying. So, we're standing there again, having been kicked out of 2 buses so far. I was already pretty tired by this time. And now we're on over a half hour of me waiting. And we're told 10 minutes. Okay, 10 minutes, and we'll have another bus. 10 minutes. More than 10 minutes had passed, and something that wasn't a bus came up and parked where our bus had been. It was an ambulance. So not only was there an ambulance parked there, there was also a fire truck parking the entranceway. So no one could get in to the little roundabout area where the buses would be coming. Of course, Security comes out and makes us make a hole so they can easily get to and from the door. Some people are dumb and don't listen, but most of us did our best to get out of the way. Stood around. No one went through said hole. They'd gone in some other way and come back out. And then the ambulance just kind of sat there for a while. The fire truck just kind of sat there for a while. It was a good long time. Another 15, 20 minutes. Nothing moving. Can't get a bus in here. Eventually it left. And then, not too long after, lo and behold, a bus came out and parked. So, of course, we all, again, knowing we had jilted before, still went out with expectations that this might actually take us somewhere. No, that isn't our bus. It's a Hyatt bus with the airport shuttle. So they're not taking us anywhere. Some guy that was standing there, who'd only been there for about a half hour now, was like getting really mad about this. He called someone, I don't know who he called, and complained about the fact there had been some of us who'd been waiting for well over an hour, and he'd been waiting for over a half hour for a bus. Wouldn't you know it, pretty quickly, a bus showed up and let us in. I got on the bus, backed my big tail into 2 seats as I had before, and rode back to our hotel. Got over to the elevator, got in. Some guy was already in there, so he was able to press button for me. I'm backed up against the corner, slumped down, almost looked like I passed out. He just looked over and said, Are you okay? No. Need an ambulance? No. I need out. Made up to 8. The top floor of the hotel. It's only 8 floors, fast elevator, so it wasn't that big a deal. Got out of fursuit and drank a lot of water and breathed a lot of air. And I thought, wow, this has got to have been a long day. I'm okay. We should probably order some dinner or something. It's probably getting late. I looked, it's like 6:30. It's only like 6:30, and I'm dead. And I don't, after all this mess, don't feel like dealing with the shuttle bus right now to go back to the convention because that was a headache. So I was like, you know what? Ordering some dinner. Ordered some takeout Chinese off the DoorDash from China House or China something. China and then a word. I think it was China House. Never ordered from there before. They had the long ass menu of doom because they have a basic Chinese restaurant. Cool. I found something Autumn loves. Singapore May Fun. Tick got. I ordered me a orange chicken dinner special. So usual kind of dinner special. Orange chicken, fried rice, egg roll. Awesome. And Pouch got something chicken. I think it was cashew chicken or something like that. And it got there nice and quick. It was actually really, really tasty. It was affordable takeout, Chinese, and it tasted pretty darn good. The fried rice was very genuine. My orange chicken actually had some good zing to it. The May Fun had lots of stuff in it, lots of meats and things, so we did not feel cheated. It was really, really tasty. And, well, it's Friday night, or Saturday now. It's not the end of the day. We have lots of hours left. And Patch is like, There's a panel starting at 8. It's supposed to be a baby fur panel. I'm like a meet and greet kind of thing. Really? Autumn didn't feel like going. But he was feeling better now, so he's just going to sit and watch some TV for a bit. Relax. Um, but Pouch and I decided we're going to go on an adventure and go to this panel. So we go down and get on the shuttle bus. Actually comes to pick us up, thank God. We get down to the main hotel lobby. Cool. Up the escalators, over the Sky Bridge of Death. At this point, I'm lost because I don't know where any of this stuff is. Fortunately, Pouch knew some of the directions to go. And we did some zigging and zagging and going through hallways and doorways and other ways and sideways and upways and downways. And we ended up where there were some eventy type rooms. And because it was technically an adult panel, they not only checked your badge, they checked your actual ID before they let you in. Awesome. We get in there, and it sounds like something from a previous panel still going on or something. We just sit down in the back area. Like, okay, we're just going to relax and wait for things to happen. We're talking about stuff, and doesn't seem to make sense to baby first, so it's all right. And time keeps ticking by. We're like, something doesn't make sense. No one here looks like a bunch of baby furs. That's a little off. That's okay, it's fine. People don't have to be in garb 24/7. Not even at a con. The speech thing was getting over, and I found out that was the intro speech to what was going on here. But nothing sounded like baby fur. Something's... around that time, someone actually recognized me. Came down and said hi. Forest Fox, I said hi. And both Pouch and I were sitting there feeling real confused. And Pouch realizes he had the day wrong. That panel we wanted to go to was Friday, the baby fur panel. The panel we were at Saturday at 8 o'clock was the Vor panel. We laughed, picked up ourselves, and calmly and quietly walked back out of the room. Not like, more of a, this isn't my thing. I'm in the wrong place. And we left the Vor panel. So, the other panel she wanted to go to that was supposed to be that same night was that same night and not this night, so that didn't happen either. It was like at 10 o'clock anyway. It was 8 o'clock. We weren't going to just stand around and be bored. Deals were already closed for 2 hours in the main hotel. Not in fursuit, not doing something. We would literally just be bored. So we got back in the shuttle, went back to our hotel, saw Autumn, and let him know where we were. He was like, oh, so you're at the Baby Vor panel. So that's what it is for now. We have been to the Baby Vor panel. I do not complain about that as a negative. That was our clerical error. And it was still an adventure. And I got out of the hotel room for a few minutes. Pouch did find another panel that she wanted to go to that was 11. Actually, that day, I don't remember what it was. I didn't want to go to it, I knew. So we just both stayed back at the hotel and watched a John Wick movie that was on. Snuggled up. Tried to make my Foxy feel better. And I had planned the next morning, we were not just getting up and running out the door. My plan was, I was ordering Dun Dun. So as soon as I woke up Sunday morning, I got on the DoorDash app, found a Dunkin' Donuts. To make things easier, I went ahead and ordered for everybody. Pouch was still asleep, but I went and ordered something for her because I'm nice. I got me and her sausage, egg, and croissant sandwiches. Got me ordered a Bavarian cream donut, a large iced coffee, and Autumn I got a everything bagel sausage and egg sandwich. That showed up actually pretty quickly and efficiently. And Dunkin' Donuts has their takeout game down. All of it came in a single, handled bag, and there was a little like notch thing in the one corner of the bag for the cup. The cup was in there and secure. The 3 hot sandwiches were in a little small bag inside the big bag in each individual bags, so they were all together. The donut was by itself in another little baggie. I was like, holy cow, Dun Dun, you got your act together. So, ate food, not a bad idea. One tiny thing was wrong, but it was actually something I would have done if I was actually in Dunkin' Donuts. I got a Boston cream, not a Bavarian cream. But that's actually okay. They're my 2 favorite donuts. If they didn't have Bavarian cream and I was there, that's the one I would have picked. So I still won. I still got a donut I was happy with. So yay. Egg and croissant. Egg sauce and croissant sandwich. No cheese. Large iced coffee. Lots of pick-me-up. And a donut. I was all warmed up. Hot diggity. So it was go time. Since we'd already been to the dealer's room, we were like, well, I'm not too worried about that. And last night before bed, someone had reached out to me and said they want to see me. It was Tavy. Well, that's interesting. At the point he messaged, it was like after 11, and I was pretty dead. And I was like, I'm pretty dead. Tomorrow morning? It's like, yeah, I'll be in suit around 1. I'm like, I'm aiming for that. So once we were finished eating, digested a little bit, cleaned ourselves up, etc., made sure we were okay, we started putting on fursuit. Masika's body was there, and Autumn wound up putting her on. I put on Mewtwo, and this time the Christmas dress, and not this Christmas dress. This Christmas dress has sleeves, so I can cheat and not have to wear the full body for this video. So I got my Christmas garb on, got myself all Mewtwo'd up, got looking sweet. We hit the shuttle bus and hit the hotel. We were not walking around very long before we were found by a cute little Tavy monk. And that is the start and end of the fun story, effectively. We had a great time from there. I am not entirely sure how long we were out in suit at that point, but we were all around the hotel lobby a couple of times, stopped at the Headless Lounge a couple of times. We took the Sky Bridge of Doom in fursuit over to the dealer's room, walked around there, saw a bunch of things, got seeing a bunch of people, ran into Scrappers, and he also had apparently showed up last minute of the convention, so always fun. Finished a little more walking around there, headed out, and went back to the hotel zone. Walked around just a little bit more, and then we hit our bus back to the hotel. Took our stuff off. Like, okay, this was fun. And every time I'd hit the Headless Lounge, I had the problem of my face mask, which had been very moistened. I fortunately had a backup in my pocket to switch to partway through at one of the stops. Yeah, if I'm doing that again, I'm carrying like 4 or 5 face masks in my shorts pocket inside of Mewtwo to change out of because, wow, that was critical to change out. We made it back to the hotel safely, got out of fursuit, set them up to air out a little bit as much as we could before having to pack them, and we decided to order some food. And then the unfun begun. I'm not going to let this part color my experience. First, I go on the app and I'm like, well, Autumn wants something light, easy to deal with, and tasty, preferably with a lot of vegetables. I was like, all right, sub places. I've never had Jimmy John's. It's on the list. Let's order it. I order it for all, we go through, we pick sandwiches, order. It sits there. About 10 minutes later, Jimmy John's calls us. We don't have any drivers right now. Do you want to just come pick it up? I'm like, I'm in a hotel. I have no way to get to you. That's why I ordered delivery. Oh, you want me to just cancel it? Yes. Now, at this point, we were already starting to run the clock out. Autumn and I have to hit the road by 7 Central Time so that I can get home and get sleep before work on Monday morning. This is not good news, but we're not in danger zone yet. I saw Subway was on the list, and their customization menu seemed on point. It was down to the letter of what you didn't want on your sandwiches. I was going to make this happen. All right. Found what everybody wanted. We ordered out the sandwiches. Order. Okay, good. And they took a little while, a little longer than I expected, but they got there. And okay, well, okay, there's pouch sandwich. And this one's warm. That's probably Autumn's. He opened up. No, it's pretty empty. They must have toasted yours by accident instead of mine. That's okay. I don't mind if it's toasted. I prefer cold, but toasted's okay. And pulled Autumn's out, not toasted, naturally. It's all right. It's all right. The toasting level doesn't make or break our existence. We still have food. We can still eat and get going. He's eating his. I'm checking mine out first, just because I have enough allergies. I don't want to get sick for having eaten something stupid. I don't have cheese on my sandwich, and I do not have any dressing on my sandwich. I didn't see dressing, so we were safe there. But as I pulled my sandwich apart and looked at it, I was like, there's something there. Maybe they got something when they cut it with nothing. I was like, I'm gonna scrape that up. I'm understanding. I will, break off the edge of the bread or food or whatever and just eat the rest of my food. It's delivery. I'll accept that. I'm like, that's gooey. That's not dressing. That's cheese. I'm like, how do they get cheese to stick that well on the nut? Open the sandwich up all the way. Melt the cheese all the way down the middle. All attached to the meat. All attached to the vegetables. I can't eat this sandwich. Okay, I'm unhappy now. This is failure number 2 on an attempted DoorDash order. And we are ticking down the go clock. I find the complaint section on DoorDash. It's a linked chat. I can't call someone. Annoyed. So I'm chatting with this person. They're like, I can give you a $22 credit. I'm like, I need food. Can you get my sandwich here? I can get your sandwich reset. Okay, do that. Okay, it'll be there. Just go check your pending orders. Okay, I'll go check my pending orders. And she hung up the chat. And I said, could you wait till I check the pending order, make sure it's there? She didn't. So I went and I saw there was a pending order that was canceled. So whatever they sent over to Subway the second time did not work. So I reordered my sub, and because it's under $10 now, there's a delivery fee. What? So I chat with DoorDash and say, okay, this is all the things that happened. I just want my delivery fee removed. Okay. I'll work on that. Like, I'm working on that. This went on for an age. Way too long. Eventually, this one was willing to give me a $12 credit. I was like, fine. The previous person was going to give me 22, but you're giving me 12, so ta-da. I lost an extra $10 of credit because I didn't just take the credit the first time and trying to order my sandwich on my own, which I probably should have done. After that, my sandwich does eventually get there. This time, no dressing, no cheese, no toasting. It's actually what it's supposed to be. I have just enough time, barely, to inhale the sandwich and get out the door. Fortunately for me, while I've been sitting on the bed playing DoorDash chat hockey with this useless humanoid, Autumn and Pouch were actually really nice and took all of our stuff down to our car and loaded it for us. So we were going to be ready to go when I finished eating. And I inhaled that sandwich pretty darn quickly. And fortunately, we were sitting in the car. I turned the key to turn it on. I had hoped to leave by 7 o'clock Central. It was 7:01, and I said, close enough. We did fine. Finally, we're on our drive home. Drive home is actually less eventful than the drive there. It took us down 294, which is what I thought we were going to be on the whole time, most of the time there. So it was quiet, simple, less crazy. 294 to pretty much 30, and 30 leads right into the center of town here in Fort Wayne. So dropped us right off on Coliseum, right next to the mall. Zipped the rest of the way home, and we actually got home in under 3.5 hours with a pit stop. So that was awesome. So that's the con. Next year, and we are planning to go back. We are working to procure main hotel location. We've already sussed out a roommate who should be able to get a main hotel room. And we're going to enjoy that. The whole con, not just 2 days. As a whole, I still had a great time. It was an interesting adventure. I haven't done this kind of thing since my mid-20s, like 25, 26, where someone calls me and says, hey, I got a room. It's a con. It's only a few hours drive from you. You want to come? And the answer would always be, well, yeah. So, yeah, it was great. Do I regret it? No. Would I have planned better if I had time? Yes. Will I have planned better for next year? Heck yes. Now that I've seen the buildings, it's a lot easier to understand changing those pictures of maps into logic now that I have visual of what the rooms look like. I will do my best to make sure my drive up there goes on 294, not on whatever it was, 290, I think. So yeah, future problems. Anyway, this has been a long video. Oh my. Oh wow. Yeah, this is a long one. I'm proud of anyone that stuck through this whole thing. So yeah, if you made it this far, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the little dingly bell for the little dingly bell to let you know when I post new videos. And of course, both my Patreon link and my Ko-fi link are in the description box below, both of which are good ways to help support me and my channel, help me make better videos for you, my fluffy public. But I'm going to go away before this gets any longer. I hope you're all having a good day, and, well, Merry Christmas, or Happy Holidays, or Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, or whatever it is you celebrate this year. You do that. Bye!